Steve, can you talk about the total effort in that first quarter and how maybe Blake's follow-up jam set the tone for the whole game, but how you came out of the gate tonight?
Yeah, great start. Guys were prepared and hungry and, not only played well, but, just battled and fought and scrapped, did the little things that it takes to win.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
Steve, what the decision to start Brown, was that basically to get your best defensive lineup out there? And how do you feel like he and Griffin set the tone against Middleton and Giannis in the first half?
Yeah, like I said, they really came out and played well to start the game. A lot of energy, a lot of fight. And, Blake's been playing very well and doing all the little things. And we know Bruce does that as well. So just their energy and fight, I think, was fantastic. It's contagious, and I thought the whole group really performed well out the gates.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Steve, you said a couple months ago how there were certain guards that would laugh you out of the gym if you asked them to screen the way Bruce does for you guys. I mean, you seem to cause the Bucks defense a lot of problems with that. Just can you kind of speak to what his impact was offensively with that tonight?
Yeah, it's a rare skill for a guard to screen and roll like that. He's quick, he's smart, he screens, and he also gets in and out quickly. So he makes it very difficult to defend because of his pace. And then when he does get the ball, he's really skilled at rolling and making a play or drawing the defense and passing to his teammates. So it's really unique to have a guard be able to pick that up and do it so well and almost seamlessly. He did it from day one when we asked him to do that, almost naturally. So it's it's valuable and it's impressive, and he's just been a really great piece for us.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Coach, when you think of the teams most likely to come out of the East, there's obviously you guys, there's Philly, and there's Milwaukee. To beat another team that is obviously hoping to compete for a championship, to beat them by, 39 tonight? Do you bask in that satisfaction at all, or do you balance that by remembering that you guys have to go on the road and win 2 there as well?
Yeah, no, it's whether you win by 2 or you win by 25, it's just one game. We held home court. We performed well in the 2 games. For our group, we want to keep growing, keep getting better. We're still very new to one another, and so there's a lot of things that we can continue to refine and improve. We'll go and try to keep improving in Milwaukee.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey, Steve. Giannis averaged almost 40 against you in the regular season. I'm curious, in your mind, the 2 or 3 biggest factors in being able to hold him defensively and not let him basically break the whole game plan?
Well, I think we've just competed. You could talk about schemes and all that stuff, but really our fight and our level of competition, guys being locked in, being aware of the game plan, and being able to take care of details has been outstanding, and it's got to continue. It's even got to improve. They're gonna raise their level, and we got to raise ours as well.
Steve Lichtenstein of WFAN.
Hey, Steve, that ferocity that you just mentioned, is that just a matter of turning on the switch, knowing the opponent, or do you think it's a little bit about continuity playing together?
I think a bit of both. I think we recognize, that they're a very good team, and we have to bring everything we have. And then I think continuity and confidence is growing. So I think we're more aware of what we're trying to accomplish in more scenarios, and that's helping us, feel free to really go for it, play hard, compete, be willing and okay to make mistakes, but try to do the right things at both ends.
Mike Vaccaro with the New York Post. Mike, you're on mute.
Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yep.
Steve, obviously you sat here and answered 1,000 questions for us about defense all season long. What does it mean to you to walk off the court and see that number on, under the Bucks? I realize there's a lot of mitigating circumstances to why it's it's that number in a blowout. But I mean, that's got to be satisfying to you, I would think.
Yeah, of course. You know, the guys have worked hard at it this year, trying to find, you know, our best kind of level defensively, what works for us, how we can refine and improve it. Tonight was exceptional, but our defense has been pretty solid throughout the playoffs. So it's something, though, that we're proud of, but we got to always feel like underdogs down there and play with that heart and connectivity to do everything we can to kind of overcome some of the disadvantages we have in size and whatnot. So great effort tonight. We're growing. We're improving at that end of the floor, and it's important for us to continue to feel the need for growth down there.
Surat Sohi with The Ringer.
Hey Steve, I was just wondering what your thoughts were on why your guys' offense seems like it is chugging along no matter who it is that's on the court.
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, I don't want to overstate why that's happening right now, but I think we've just tried to preach a philosophy. We have our sets, we have our actions, but really more than anything, try to preach a way of playing, and that is to make quick decisions, move the ball, space the floor, play off one another in an intelligent way, and just I think the cohesion and feel for one another's grown. I think we understand the way, or increasingly understanding the way that different lineups need to play with one another, and trying to be as philosophical in our approach as much as anything, rather than being too scripted. And so they've grown into that, and I think that right now you're seeing a team that's just starting to find that cohesion no matter who's on the floor.
Stephen Bondi with the New York Daily News.
Hey, Coach, you obviously saw a lot of KD in Golden State, and even before that, OKC. And I'm thinking about that play at the end of the third quarter when he blew past Giannis. I mean, how close is he physically to what he was back then, even post-Achilles surgery?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell the difference. He's not only executing at that level, but he's able to play the minutes and able to sustain such a high level of efficiency. So it's hard to say that he has any dip at this point. And his game's picked up as we go. He's gotten, I think, more reps, more comfort, and especially defensively and on the boards and some of the things that, when you're a player that hasn't played for a long time and you're a scorer like that, you're going to focus on trying to get that back first. And so he did that, and then he started to pick up the other parts of his game. And so he's, it's very difficult to distinguish, him now opposed to before the surgery.
Thanks so much, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thanks. Good night, everyone.